Today's video pretty much has it all. Joy, pain, excitement, anger, disappointment. Hey guys, this is Jace and welcome to episode 115 of my roadshow. I got a lot to get into, so let's get right into it. So in episode 114, I was telling you about some issues that I was having with Belle as far as the weird conking out in strange places or whatever. So the scanner that I ordered came in over the weekend. So I had that in hand when I got to work this morning. And when I plugged it in, I found 4 fault codes of like varying degrees of weirdness. Unfortunately, each one of these fault codes would not trip the check engine light. So that was why we didn't know that there were things going on. So I sent a screen cap of me taking a picture of the scanner to my mechanic. About an hour later, he shows up with his other guy and they are dragging my truck off to some place I don't even know. I'm like, what are you doing with my truck? In all honesty, I do know what they were doing. They were taking it to this diesel place where they have the ECU reprogrammed, which is like the 3rd time they've done this, but you know, it being in a 19-year-old truck, they're still working out the stuff, you know? Anyway, we had to put this little ass load on Sam today. Knowing how much stuff I was waiting on, I figured doing the ECU thing with the scanner tool first thing in the morning would be the best idea, because I didn't know how long it was going to take for all of these orders to come back. I was waiting on 6, man. And for a Monday, that's a lot. So it is now about 10:30. And I'm just now leaving the yard. One of the reasons why is there was just a lot of orders that weren't done yet. And the other reason why is the little girl in the office who thinks she's my dispatch manager will write on the papers, you know, we're waiting on this thing or whatever. And it's just like she loves to hold me up because we don't like each other. Yeah, that's kind of a hot topic in the office right this minute. Her and I do not get along at all. At all. And I pride myself on being able to get along with anybody, but me and this little girl, no, that's not happening. Ever since she hired onto the company and started handling all of the driver's paperwork, she got it in her head for some reason that she thinks she's my supervisor. And I've had to tell her on several occasions, no, you are not my supervisor. So you can cut that out right now. So we are super snippy with each other. Unfortunately, there's not a lot that I can do to screw her over. Not like I would do that on purpose, but there's a lot she can do to screw me over. And let me tell you one of those things. As the guys are completing orders that I'm looking for, they will put those orders in the warehouse and then they will take their paperwork inside to have it processed, so that way I can have my paperwork to when I go out, I have the stuff for the people to sign. She knows what time I have to be out of the yard in order to make the entire route work. She will wait for the last minute to process paperwork until I'm chomping at the bit to get my ass out of there. Unfortunately, for reasons that I cannot disclose, I can't tell you why she's like this. Suffice to say, she's like this, and I don't like it one bit. Office controversy and drama is not what my channel's all about. So let's get back to what I do best. We are getting into that weird part of the early year when we start getting spring-like temperatures in February. I don't like it one bit, but at least we're not going to be dealing with any weather whatsoever the entire week. I don't even think we're supposed to be getting any precip until the weekend. unfortunately for me, that sets off my heat detector. It is 71 Fahrenheit outside right now. 71 Fahrenheit. That's 21.5 Celsius for all the smart people. Hot. Don't like it. Don't like it. Thankfully, the temperature goes back down to normal sometime around this weekend. So maybe we'll be skiing in the actual snow instead of the slush that we did last weekend. Today's first stop is a store that I haven't seen in like 18 months. So here's something you won't see very often. And that's me admitting that I forgot to drop something off somewhere. I have to turn around and go drop it off. I just got done mentioning this place that I ain't seen in like nearly 2 years, and then I come off the main highway and I make my left like I'm heading for freaking Salida. Oh, hey, you still got another stop here at Buena Vista, dumbass. So that's what I'm doing right now. Reconnecting with old friends, I guess. But then there was Crested Butte. I get ready to turn into their lot, and there's a semi already sitting there, getting unloaded. The problem with the semis is that all the stuff has to come out of the back. So it just takes forever to take this pallet, put it down, take this new pallet, put it down. And I sit there almost 20 minutes waiting on Orgil to get unloaded. And I've just got this little bit of crap for these poor guys. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any time for this bullshit. I have to get down to Gunnison before they close. Or else, I'm gonna be staying in Gunnison. Oh, we're done unloading in Crested Butte, but now we have to wait for Homeboy to count all the boards. It is currently 3:50. It's a half-hour trip to our next stop, and they close at 4:30. So we literally have a 10-minute window to get out of here, or we're going to be staying in Gunnison tonight. Thanks to Board County McBoard Counterton. I hate cutting it this close, man. But I was not given a choice. I was told I was waiting on orders. So I waited on orders.
A few moments later.
Oh man, that boy had the unmitigated audacity to like question me on like 3 or 4 different things. It's like, dude, I don't mill this stuff, I just deliver it. And I don't think we're gonna make it. And if we do, it'll be a miracle. An absolute miracle. Now here's the problem with having to stay in Gunnison. Every time I've ever had to stay in Gunnison, I have always had Alamosa on the back end. It's almost like it's almost like having Alamosa is an absolute guarantee, no matter what's going on in the rest of the route, that I'm going to be out on a 3-day. Like I don't get it. Like we need to stop selling shit to Alamosa. It's a dumb town anyway. There's no way I'm making it, man. 35-minute trip and I've only got 30 minutes to make it in. And this bus driver is going to go exactly the speed limit. You know, I can only attribute this to the little girl in the office who thinks she's my supervisor. This is her fault. Alright, these guys are in the process of closing up shop and they're going to let me come in and do this. I barely made it. Thank you. Cannot believe they let me do this. How awesome of them. Thanks to those guys that were willing to hang out with me an extra 10 minutes after they closed. We are headed for Montrose. Needless to say, I made it where I needed to be tonight. Tomorrow is going to be pretty easy. I don't have any Telluride, so it's going to be Red Mountain Pass. Durango, Pagosa Springs, Alamosa, home, and then we're done. Oh, one of those days, man. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. See you in the next one. Thankfully, the temperature actually goes back down to normal sometime this weekend, and we may be able me to death. Then there's Crested Butte. I get ready to pull into their yard, and there's a semi already there. This bloopers reel is going to be banging. So I have to sit there and wait. Oh, I have to sit there and wait. Oh, I'm going to do this one again. Then there's Crested Butte. I get ready to enter their yard, and there's already a douchebag who doesn't know how to fucking read fucking lines. They're right there, right there. The lines are right there, and I can't do it. So I got lucky right there. I cruise down Highway 50. I get to Montrose. I pick up my keys and and I fake it, and I also do the and then